Hi YouTube, it's Kathy. Welcome back to Ask an Introvert, the internet series where you ask and an introvert answers. This week's question is, what is it like to be an introvert that has SADS, Seasonal Affective Disorder Syndrome? Because apparently SAD wasn't sad enough and relatable enough, so they had to add syndrome at the end. SADS. I'll be honest, a really specific person asked this question. It was me. And not because I don't have a question to answer. I do have a question to answer, and it will be answered next week. However, I figured that this question is very topical because I am posting on a Tuesday, which is not a thing that's happened during this series before. And the major reason for that is seasonal affective disorder kicked my butt yesterday. So for a little bit of background, seasonal affective disorder can affect people depending on the season. Most commonly, it's affecting people when it's the darker months, although I do have a really great friend who it affects her during the brighter months, so it can happen anytime, really. And basically, for me, at least, it means that I'm solar powered, and if the sun isn't shining, I do not want to get out of bed. I'll put more links down in the description for an actual definition of this. I just feel like I talked about it a lot last year during Vlogmas, and I don't want to go on and on about it. So I fully intended to film yesterday. I was definitely going to film yesterday, and then there was no sun, and I just didn't film yesterday. Now, to be fair, from a technical standpoint, I do get all of my light from my window, so it would be very poorly lit in here, but that's just me making excuses. Which is something you feel like you're doing a lot when you have SAD and you're an introvert. So the major way that seasonal affective disorder affects my introversion is that it makes me feel bad about being introverted. Now, obviously, there are societal pressures that can make you feel bad about being introverted. There's also societal pressures that can make you feel good about being introverted, which are things like this video and so many cute memes on the interwebs. But basically, if I'm having a bad day from my seasonal affective disorder, I am very, very low on spoons, and then even though I'm introverted and I love being cozy and I love just doing the things that I love to do, sometimes I won't have the energy for even the things that I love to do, and then I will feel bad about not doing the things that I love to do as though there's something that I have to do. It's a downward spiral. One of the things that I've learned that's really good for me when I'm suffering from my SAD, which could happen any day because I don't know the weather forecast, is planning ahead, which is why I'm probably going to be wearing this exact same outfit in next week's video, which should be posted on Monday, but I will be in Vancouver, so I think I'm going to film it right after this. And I just really love this outfit, and I don't want to brush my hair, so that's what's going to happen. Basically, planning ahead is my best friend when it comes to my introversion and my seasonal affective disorder, and when it's possible, I try to. Which is why it would be really great if you would leave your questions down below, because then I would know what things I will have to plan for the future episodes of Ask an Introvert. Typical of other forms of depression, because seasonal affective disorder is a form of depression, my energy, my motivation, everything like that completely disintegrates, and then suddenly doing the cozy, lovely, introverted things that I love to do seem like I'm doing terrible things. Intellectually, I know this isn't true. But like everybody else, I need reminders that what I'm doing to take care of myself is not terrible. If you are currently living with a depressive episode, take care of yourself. It is so important, and do not let your brain decide to tell you that it's not. On a bad weather day, I will feel like I need to take even more time to myself to recharge. That's perfectly okay. I also have to remember that if I don't meet a self-imposed deadline, it doesn't mean that I shouldn't just do the thing anyway. It takes an extraordinary amount of mental energy to remind myself that it's totally fine that I watched 8 episodes of Once Upon a Time yesterday. I mean, with a face like that, wouldn't you want to too? Because if I made a video yesterday, I probably wouldn't have been happy with it. And I won't beat myself up about my hobby not going online exactly at the moment that I wanted it to. And to start a conversation, I'd like to know down below what are your favorite self-care methods, because I really love my Wednesday tradition of having a book and a bath and a beverage all at the same time, but I want to know about yours. I'll be back next week with a question I didn't ask on my own account. If you would like to ask an introvert, that would be wonderful. You can do so down in the comments below. On the way down to the comments, be sure to hit that like and subscribe button. Feel free to share this as you see fit, and I will see you next Monday for another Ask an Introvert. Bye. I just love that I'm wearing a necklace worn by one of the Ghostbusters and an adorable ghost shirt, which glows in the dark, but I will never be able to get video of that because I do not have the technology to make that happen.